So, I want to talk about burnout today. There's people that feel burnout by what they are doing. I'm going to try and articulate and feel into why burnout happens. Why you can be ambitious and passionate about something and still experience burnout. There is a very delicate balance between your soul and your ego mind, or the right brain hemisphere and the left brain hemisphere. When that goes out of balance, you're going to experience weightiness, heaviness, resistance, and burnout eventually. How can you feel burnout when you're doing something that you love? This is the tricky part, how to articulate this feeling the conscious feeling that I'm getting right now, intuiting. Like I say, the threshold between being in the consciousness of being enough and retaining the consciousness that everyone else is enough, and the other side of the mind that feels like we must save the world, help the world somehow. That is such a subtle shift that is not always felt or detected, but it's at a deep level, at an emotional level, definitely right-brained, directed. You see, the ego, the left brain, or the masculine energy is the go, go, go energy, the do, do, do energy. And in most cases, this go energy just goes. It doesn't stop and wait and consult the soul. And that is very easy to shift out of balance, out of union with the feminine or right side, or the soul, the emotion, the intentions. So what happens is the soul part falls behind, because the soul part is not about doing, the soul part is about being. And that is where the consciousness, that's where the consciousness of God is. I am. That has nothing to do with action or doing anything. It's a consciousness that simply knows I am. It's the resting consciousness. Okay? From that consciousness, in the resting, in the sitting down position of the soul, the feminine is the receiving energy, and it attracts everything it needs in a natural flow. The masculine energy is not a receiver. It's the push, the doer, go do something, make it happen energy. And it's so easy to get into the left side, into the doer energy, and be driven by that and overextend yourself in consciousness, emotionally, psychologically, and mentally. And it's this overextension that will cause the feeling of exhaustion. Because you're doing it alone. You're doing it without your helpmate. You're doing it without the steadiness of the soul, the restfulness of the soul. The feminine does everything the easy way. She's not the doer. She's the receiver. All things that are needed, she attracts organically through her magnetic pull. So how can I put this in a practical example? Take me, for example. I guess that's the best example. I am in a balanced energy. My doer is, my left brain is tethered or yoked to my right brain, to my soul. My soul, the woman, the feminine side, is boss. She leads and directs and says what needs to be done. So I am not engaging my left brain to try and do ministry or to try and create courses or some kind of therapy. I'm not saying that those things are wrong, but they have to be soul directed, meaning it shouldn't take a whole lot of effort. It should be your natural energy to do that every day, to be in that state of a healer every day. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you get the difference here, the subtle nuance? Like I don't have a profession as a therapy, right? I'm doing naturally what exactly what my astral birth chart says I would be doing. It is in my energy to work with my physical body, to be out in nature, to work in nature. I go to work every day with something that is naturally me. Therefore, I do not have to overextend myself. It flows naturally because that is my energy. So I don't get exhausted going to my work every day because that is doing what I am at my core. I have a few other projects that eventually I want to get off the ground, but I refuse to stress. I refuse to let the left brain lead. You see how the Bible got it all backwards and says the man is the head and should lead? If you have ego leading, you're going to overextend yourself. You're going to have stress, stress, stress. It has to be done in union with the feminine energy. And the feminine energy guides the process. So, back to that example. Now, do I want to help people in the world? Do I want to help them awaken to their true self? Yes, I do. But I'm doing it through the right side. I'm doing it to my soul space by simply being myself. I'm not trying to be a therapist. I'm not trying to create courses to sell to people. That would be the left brain executing the plan. Whenever the left brain leads, it leads to exhaustion. It leads to imbalance. And when you're burning out, you know your left brain is in the lead and doing things apart from the resting consciousness of I am. So, I help people in a passive way, in a resting way, by simply sharing myself, sharing my consciousness, sharing my heart, sharing my soul. And people can come by and visit and, like a butterfly, take a little here of this nectar, take a little there of this nectar, But I'm not exhausting myself. I am actually invigorated in doing what I'm doing every morning, like talking to you on my phone and making a musing. That comes straight from my right side, straight from my soul. And as my soul gets expression, I am energized. I'm energized. But I'm not running after the world, structuring a plan on how I can save people. That's left brain. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. The nuance is very delicate. And if you're a busy mind, you may not pick up on that intuitive frequency. So anyways, that's the reason why you burn out. You're doing something that is not innate to your soul's leadership and guidance. You're gonna have to slow down. The soul is not busy, doing. The soul is very strategic. It works through emotions, it works through vibrations, it works through consciousness. And it works through the invisible energy field, making it very easy. I'm not saying it's easy to maintain the union of left and right brain. That takes some discipline. But once you are in that union, it's easier to maintain that consciousness. It's easier to maintain that vibrational level. And if you maintain it, when you maintain that vibration, life becomes easy because everything is naturally magnetized to you. That which is meant for you will come to you. And you can enjoy that in ease and not have to overextend and burn yourself out, right, with doing things that are not according to vibration. I hope this helps. It's probably not an easy answer or solution, but at least I can point you in the right direction.